Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to connect together a standard servo motor, and then we're going to connect it to the Microbit, and we're going to create a program to run the standard motor so that you get an idea of how you guys can create a motor to work for your projects in the future. Yes, coming up. Yes, will be coming up soon. Okay, so let's get all of our equipment and everything that we need out of our kit. So the first thing we need to have 3 alligator clips. Now, I'm using a yellow, which is going to match to my orange connector cable or wire on my Microbit. On my servo motor, sorry, servo. And then I'm going to get a red one because I have a red one on there. And then, of course, the black, which is going to connect with the brown that's on the servo wires here. So we'll go over that in just a second. Then I'm going to need my Microbit, of course, because I got to connect it. Then I'm going to need my jumper wires. These are jumper wires. This is what we call a jumper wire. And you can see at either end, we have male ends on either end so that we can connect it to the alligator clips and to the servo motor. Because as you see on the servo motor, we don't have separated ends. Of course, we could make those, but then it might ruin them all. But well, we don't have separated ends, so we have connectors and we can connect them all. And then of course we have our little blade that we're going to use. Now the first one here is this is the standard. So this is the standard servo motor, and it only goes 180 degrees in one direction. All right, so let's get started putting it together. The first thing, we need to make sure that we're putting our connecting it to the right pins, okay? So our yellow, which is going to be our orange, is going to go to the 0 pin, which is right here. So I'm going to connect that, all right? And then my red one is going to go to the 3V because that's our power source. It has some power. Now we can also do this with a battery, and we may do that a little later if we need to connect it. But right now we're going to use this for our power source, which is V3, and we're going to connect that. And then we need our ground, which is our black one. Our black one goes to the ground. So you'll have 3 connectors. Give it here to you. There we go. So we're going to have 3 alligator clips connected. I have a black one to the ground here. I have the red one to the power source because I use red because I think of heat, red and heat, power heat. So, and then the yellow one, of course, is going to go to the pin. That's our pin. Now, I'm going to lay this one aside right here, and then I'm going to show you here, right here, we're going to take our jumper, we're going to take our jumper wires, and we're going to connect it to the servo. So again, you can see this one has a female end here. So we're going to connect and make sure that the wires are the same colors. So you can see on my jumper wires, I have a brown, a red, and an orange. It's the same right here on the server. I have a brown, a red, and an orange. And when I'm connecting them, I need to make sure that I'm putting them in the right, connecting them to the right wire in the connectors here. So I have them all connected. So you can see if I hold it like this, you can see that the brown is with the brown, the red is with the red, the orange is with the orange. And I got my little motor right here. Now I'm going to take out, now this is a standard, so we're just going to use the one little paddle. It's just a little one paddle. So I'm going to open up my little paddles here. If I can get it open, my little blades, paddles, same thing. And it's misbehaving. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to take out my paddle, and it's just a one little paddle right here. It looks like this one. So this is the paddle we're going to use for the standard servo, all right? So I'm going to take my motor right here like this, and I'm going to put it right here on top. I'm sorry, it's going to go the other direction here. It should go right here on top. and push it down and it'll connect. It should snap together real easy. Now then, I'm going to take my 3 alligator clips that I have. So my 3 alligator clips that I have attached to my Microbit. Now remember, I told you I was using the yellow for the orange. So here I'm going to take and connect the yellow here to my orange wire right here. And I'm going to connect and get a good solid grip on that. Make sure it's solid. And then I'm going to get my red one and I'm going to connect my red one to my red one on my Microbit. On my motor, sorry. And then my black one is going to go to the brown wire because I don't have any brown alligator wires. So black is close enough to brown. All right, so this is how it should look, something similar to this. So I have my Microbit connected to here, and from here, I'm connected here to my motor. A nice big long way that we're gonna have to figure out how to wrap stuff up and make it a little tight. All right, so now let's go and create our program in our Microbit site. Okay, so I'm in the information sheet that tells you the instruction sheet how to do the standard servo output. So let's look here. This is what a standard servo looks like. You see it in your kit. And it'll say just a plain micro. What does this do? This is a motor that turns 180 degrees. And it is used for remote control car, measuring, or moving things in small angles, or to use to turn a handle. So we talked about how to hook it up. Now let's get down to business and write this code. So we're going to go to our Microbit site and we're going to click on new project. We're going to name it Servo Motor and our last name. And we're going to click create. All right, now over here you can see we're going to need an on button A and an on button B. So we're going to get rid of both of these and we're going to go to the input and we're going to take out an on button A and we're going to go back to input and take out on button A and then change it to on button B. So now I have my on button A and my on button B. The next thing I need to do is go down to my pin drawer and get a servo right pin. So I'm going to click on advanced, scroll down here to my pins drawer and get a servo right pin. So let's go find that servo right pin. And I'm going to put it into on button A. And then I'm going to change my number to 180. I'm going to keep my pin 0 and change it to 180. So it is at 180. Then I'm going to go to my basic drawer. And if you look over here, look here, you can see that the Microbit emulator is already showing that we have a motor connected. Check this out. So in my basic drawer, I'm going to get a pause button and I'm going to change that pause button to 1 second. I believe, yes, 1 second. Then I'm going to go and do the same thing with my on button, B button. I'm going to go down to my pins drawer and take out servo right pin and put it in the B button. The thing is, I'm going to change this number from 180 to 0. And we change it to 0 because it's going to go the other direction. So we're going to change this over here to, change it to 0. All right. And then we're going to also add a pause right here. And then we're going to test this out. So we're going to go in here, take out a pause, put it under my servo right pin 0 to 0, and change it to 1 second. All right. Now, if I look over here and I run on button A, you can see that my motor moved. And if I click on B, it goes the opposite direction. All right. Now we're going to download this and we're going to test it out on a real Microbit. Hey guys, so we're back and we just finished our code And I downloaded the code, and now I'm going to run it on the Microbit so you can see how it really works. So it's kind of cute. I won't lie, it's really kind of cute. All right, so we're going to push button A. There's button A. Oh, it's already there. So we're going to push button B. There it goes. And button A goes back. Let me see if I can get a different angle. How about that? How about if I try that? There it goes. There it's working. Pretty cool, huh? All right, now let's go and check out the continuous motor. That's lots of fun.